Welcome back, everybody.
Good morning, friends.
Joe here.
Kevin.
I am beyond excited.
Yeah, grim ending to the last episode. I'm assuming that we don't see Frank in this one. It seemed like he was going off to his death. It was very much set up that way. I'd be stunned if that wasn't the case, but I think it is.
For as grim as it was, I do think that was kind of a perfect end to a character.
No, it was
Tragic, completely tragic.
Yeah,
But
and I feel like we thought from the beginning, it just that poor guy was going to have a tragic ending.
Yeah.
I thought his ending was going to be prison.
Me too.
But I mean, this doesn't fall that far away from it.
We really had it backwards. We thought Ziggy would die,
Right.
and then that Frank would be in prison, but they flipped that.
Yeah, I feel like Ziggy. I always felt like Ziggy actually was going to be the guy that flipped.
Sure.
You know, and that was where I was off, unless he does this episode. Because with Frank dead, and Frank was kind of the lead in on everything, we're at the season finale. No major arrests have been made yet.
No.
So we really only have two options, right? Either one, this is a season that ends a little more bleakly than the first one did,
Sure.
in that nobody really goes down except for like low-level guys like Nikki and Ziggy and Horse. Or like kind of it. Maybe White Mike, right?
Mike.
Those were kind of like it. They completely missed the mark on who the Greek is on the last episode.
Sergey could go down.
Yeah,
immediately.
maybe Sergey. Or something happens to where they find another angle, and we end the season with a little bit more. Because in the first season, they didn't get everything they wanted, but they got close.
Sure.
Right? They got really close. It was a successful, talented cops actually doing the work for the right reasons, and
It got out of their
it
hands.
kind of got there to as best they could, and the system kind of is
There
what
was
held them
interference.
back. There was interference, right? And I think hopefully we get there with this one rather than nothing works out, because we still have 14 dead girls, and we don't know if we're going to need a resolution there either.
We do, and I think that like you said, they did that the first time, so they're gonna have something saved for us because this season has been different.
Right.
They've definitely subverted expectations, and they've shown us a different angle. So I feel like however this is gonna end, it's gonna be new. Maybe it will be tragic. Maybe it won't work out the way we think it's gonna work
Sure.
out. But I'm very curious to see how they switched up a little bit.
Right. I think at best, I mean, or not best, I think they have to, the police have to be, along with the FBI, whatever, the dock workers in the union have to be destroyed, because it's not, I'd be really stunned if it's part of the show moving forward after this season. I feel like that was the season focus.
Yeah, with Frank gone now.
Right, yeah.
And also, what does that mean for Valchek? What is Valchek gonna? Valchek's probably gonna think he's on the lam. He's just out. You know what I mean? That he skipped town or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Whatever. Valchek wins is how this ends.
For sure.
For sure.
Somebody on Patreon also pointed out the fact that it's a little unbelievable that they just let this guy who should be in witness protection.
I didn't think about that
I
at
didn't
times,
either, but I was wrapped up in the story.
but I agreed thinking back on it. It was like, wow, they really screwed up by saying, great, you're our star witness against this major crime organization. Go home. We'll see you tomorrow. You know, go talk to your lawyer and get back with us at some point.
These guys
rather
are
than
dangerous.
rather than just locking him up until his lawyer could get there, because he is a suspect. You know,
Yeah.
they have charges on him.
And then quickly before we start the episode, what does it mean for the FBI agent, the corrupt guy? Do you think we're going to see him later on in the show? Do you think we're going to get some resolution with his character, or is it just like a dirty guy out there? We're just like
Maybe
led to believe that they're just out there.
they might catch him now, they might not, I don't know, but I don't think we see him again, because he's tied so closely to the Greeks,
Sure.
who are tied so closely to the docks. I think that whole angle is done, and we're back to drug dealers in Baltimore.
And it's
You
just
know what I
letting
mean?
us know that like it's a
Right.
dirty system too.
Yeah, for sure. It's just another thing. This very dirty FBI agent.
That sucks.
I mean, he does. Like he's been the thing that's blown up multiple portions of this show. Like the raids would have worked if it weren't for him. Frank coming in would have worked if it weren't for him.
So hopefully he gets his comeuppance, but I doubt it.
Right. I doubt it too. I just feel like if one episode left, that's a tough angle to work back on. Maybe in a future season, like, oh, by the way, this happened. But
Yeah.
I just feel like he just kind of gets away with it.
I'm thinking that too.
Sad. All right, we will get started here. I want to go and thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us, of course, and give a special thank you to super patrons Actuary Lurker, Balash Foldes, Chris, Coincidence, Derek Peterson, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudagunda Varapu, Torgir Linkstad, and WearPanda47. Thank you so much, guys. Always glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you would like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else that we have watched or we're watching, please check out a link in in the description below to our Patreon page on every show, including The Wire. We're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So by the time you're seeing this on YouTube, we're well into season 3. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material on Patreon. Due to copyright law, you're only going to see and hear us.
Yep. I'm curious.
This guy's still not turned himself in either.
No. We got to see what he's going to do, too, when he finds out about his uncle
Right.
missing.
Well, because, again, Frank saved his life by saying, you're not coming with me. Is he looking for Frank? Are we all figuring that out now? Oh, did they just dump his body in the water? It might not be a secret that he's dead.
I just assumed that they were going to do him
Do
like
what they did to the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands and face and everything disappears?
Yeah. Unless they find like a husk,
Yeah.
like a torso.
They're dragging somebody in.
That's where he went.
So Nikki's looking for him.
Oh, man.
His car is probably still sitting here. Yep.
Yeah, it's his truck.
That's it. Do you think Nikki goes to the police and says, I'll tell you everything I know?
I don't know.
If his uncle's dead, if they killed him.
Look, I know that Nikki is smarter than Ziggy, but like
Right.
he's not that smart. I mean, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, it's the time to fish.
In his position, I would go right to police and say, what do you want to know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even consider meeting with them. I'd be
Nope.
like, we got to get there and we got to get
Yeah.
the witness protection ASAP.
You're right. Yep.
You know, there is something poetic about him being fished out here.
Right by the pier, yeah. Yeah.
And clearly he was murdered. I mean,
Yeah.
Notify homicide, the OCME. You got a floater at Tapsco Terminal.
was that the cop that was working with Jimmy?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
him. I think Nikki becomes your biggest asset now for the police.
Get to him
Yeah,
immediately.
get to him, yeah.
It's going to be a weird episode not having him in it, you know?
Yeah.
We've just become so accustomed to his character. It's,
Yeah.
it's going to feel like a different show.
Yeah, I mean, really.
And I guess we didn't think he was going to be on the show going forward, like in
Right.
season 3, but like
No.
he came in and just stole the show.
He did.
was the star of the
He
season.
was. This season, he was the star of the show.
And what's surprising too is that like this is essentially Dominic West's show.
Mhm.
He's not really been a big part of season 2.
No, I just feel like for an ensemble show, it's the best kind of ensemble, and that, you know what, in this episode, your character, the narrative, where it goes, you're just not that important in this episode, you know?
I love that about
Yeah,
it.
I do too. It's just good writing.
Yeah. It's so much bigger than one character.
Lester, homicide for you, line 2.
Oh, they don't even know yet. Yeah. Oh, man, what happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Just wanted to make sure they were treating you right.
Making the most of it. I'm catching up on my reading at least.
Well, all I'm saying
I
is,
understand perfectly well what you're saying. What I am saying to you is, I will take care of them myself.
Oh.
Yeah,
I hope
look
it
at
gets
that.
back to him. Yeah.
who came at you?
He'll figure it out.
I feel like he might have an idea. The way he was staring at him, I think he knows.
Like, somebody set him up.
Easy, Nick. Easy.
I'm gonna kill him.
No.
No, you're not.
Oh my god.
Bastards! Get out of my fucking way! Get off of me! Fuck all of you!
So that's what I'm saying. This guy's an idiot too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good. I love his dad, by the
I
way.
do too.
Just a good guy.
He's just an honest guy.
What was she firing, yo?
Dirty bomb. Better top chasing.
Oh, overdose.
Oh, this guy's working
Yeah.
traffic.
Because he didn't do what Rawls wanted.
That's right.
He didn't burn Jimmy.
Look out.
Oh my god.
I hope you get caught.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Johnny.
He's passed out already.
Defense wounds on both hands.
Ligature on both legs. Weighed him down with something, but it slipped off in a drink.
It's a dark world you've stepped into, B.
It really is.
We stay with these guys on their cases, we ain't never gonna get no respect. We know this.
So are they gonna blow this somehow?
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost feel sorry for the son of a bitch.
You were right about Sabatka.
Yeah, he was.
If you were going to charge him,
Well, I'm gonna charge his narrow ass.
you're going to do your son-in-law.
Oh, for punching him.
But they've also got you addressing a subordinate officer as, what was it? A shitbird?
Yeah, and he pushed him.
It did.
They got to write it the way it happened.
Yep.
I mean, I could probably get my own people to cheat it for you, but the FBI, well,
In which he makes it absolutely clear that it was a penny cheap sucker punch
Oh my God.
that would have got his ass kicked in by a real police, except for the fact that I have my daughter's feelings to consider.
Oh my God, this guy's so insecure.
And after that, he wants to piss his career away in your unit. I could give a hairy ass fuck.
I bet everybody that was there is going to very much enjoy reading that letter.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Now, what can I do for you, gents?
Got a warrant on me for drugs. Turning myself in.
Southeastern warrant?
He's going to hear it.
Stay
Yeah.
here.
What name am I looking for?
Sabatka.
Yep.
Nicholas
You
Sabatka.
come with me right now.
Yeah. This was just lucky.
Yeah, it was. I thought he was going to walk away for a second.
Yeah.
From a city ambo? You should be ashamed you calling me on this one.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's a big guy.
I was going to say,
That's
like,
a
he's
scary
got,
man.
he's got big muscle.
Yeah.
Bad luck, that's all.
Sergey would have done better, I admit. Nico, the nephew.
Yeah, so they're trying to get him too.
To them, you're only the Greek.
And of course, I'm not even Greek.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, somebody on Patreon said that, like, the passports were different. It was like Albanian.
Well, his they were showing, yeah, but I thought those were just fake.
Sure.
Call the others in. Let them know there is no longer any point.
I hope they get caught. I really do.
It sounds like they're not going to. They're all just walking away from everything.
Still here.
They could be Russian.
They could, yeah.
we left the man we think is the number 2 for the operation on the street, hoping he'd lead us to number 1.
We have people on him?
Nope.
Leaving only me and my 14 bodies. When, oh, when do we get to that bit of business?
I think that's the one thing they're going to solve.
In all likelihood, Frank Sabatka was going to speak to that. Now we're a step back, sorry to say.
Until Mickey.
Right.
I got nothing on that one. Just two crews beefing over a corner.
You know what, Bubs?
His hair is crazy.
So is Johnny's.
Yeah.
You know, when he was up in that hospital, all I did was worry, right? What about Kima? What's up with my girl?
They're playing him.
Moved into the terrace, took over a couple of towers from the Stringer Bells boys. Then some crazy-ass bow tie came in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't like a war or nothing. It's like a Stringer Bell and them are sharing them.
Sharing.
Yep. Yep, they are. Prop Joe.
I think we're getting our setup for season 3.
Yeah, I think so too.
You have a public defender sitting next to you, Mr. Sabatka. If there's anything about this deal you don't
They
understand...
killed my uncle. I don't need to talk to no one but you people.
Good.
Yeah.
If they killed your uncle to shut him up, they probably...
Want to kill me too?
Yeah.
I was gonna go down with him to the bridge. I was gonna go down there with him.
Oh, what a great shot.
God, it's getting me, man.
I feel so bad for Frank, and I don't know how bad I should feel for him, but I really do.
He was human, you know? Yeah.
He put himself in. Talked about buying the gun. The bill of sale from the pawn shop is in there, too.
Yes, they would.
So they...
The second victim had backed up on his story. Your cousin was locked in.
Yeah, it wasn't going to help him anyway.
As you can see, we're willing to honor that deal, even if it didn't happen for your uncle.
Come on, Dickie, do the right thing here.
He will.
Yeah.
The Israeli, he was that drug guy. I went through him for all my re-ups until they passed me off to White Mike McCardle. You know Mike?
Yep.
Anything we could lift from the docks went straight to his store. But he's dead. So why am I wasting your time, right? I don't know why you got Horse's picture up there. Horse don't know shit. I'll testify to that.
Okay. Oh, he's helping him. Yeah.
He was that guy. But I also got the feeling that if somebody had to get hurt, he was probably going to be around.
Sergey. Yep.
And how did they say it?
They just said, I don't know, that,
So one of the headless bodies in Philly.
Who's the suit?
Oh.
So he's going to see the Greek.
Yeah.
The man in the suit, the man with Vondopoulos in the photograph. That's not the Greek?
Can you recognize the guy?
Yeah,
next
look
to
at the
him?
other guy. Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Yes.
Nice.
That's the Greek right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
it just blew their minds.
Yep.
Like, what?
That is mind-blowing, isn't it?
He picked out an East Sider, all right. Cheese runs with Proposition Joe's mob. Had a few corners off of Ashland last I heard.
This aspect's cool, but get back to the other one.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Both of them?
Yeah, that one's his valet.
May I use your bathroom?
Fuck no. Get out of here. How's product in the towers?
Well, shit, now it's right.
Bubs is like 2 steps away from being like a narcotics officer.
He is, isn't he?
A can on the Adriatica, which docks the day after tomorrow at Patapsco. Fake manifest out of Laharov.
You people got reach. You got to call the U.S. attorney about witness protection. We're rounding up his girl and kid. It's best we keep this as quiet as we can.
Yeah, don't put it in your friggin' report.
That's the thing, though. If they go
Yeah.
into witness protection,
Yeah.
there's a dirty guy on the inside. They can still find him. Right? I mean...
I don't know. I think they're all disconnected.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think a WITSEC is something that everyone can have access to.
Okay. That would make sense. I mean, yeah.
Is he going to figure out that they've got a problem? Maybe they do get the guy.
I would hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be very satisfying.
Counterterrorism. For how long?
So it wasn't a dirty Fed. It was somebody using his email address or whatever.
Oh.
Or had access to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Either he comes home in the next 5 minutes, or I eat my gun.
Oh, they're still waiting on Nikki.
The miscommunication is absurd.
Not by a fucking long shot.
So they're just going to kick the door in, or what are they going to do?
They're going to find out that he's turned himself in 12 hours ago is what they're going to do.
Really dumb.
Yeah. Well, they've been saying they've been getting screwed, and I think this is just going to reinforce that, you know?
Officer, my son turned himself into the police last night at Southeast.
Yeah, God.
Motherfucker, come on.
Yeah, they've been sitting there all night.
I'd be,
no one called them. I'd be mad. I'd be
upset
furious.
too,
Yeah.
for sure.
It just reinforces everything they've been saying.
A phone call.
Yeah.
Blip me on the walkie-talkie. Something, man.
If you go anywhere, go with them.
They're not really in danger anymore. They called them off.
They did. That's for sure.
They don't know that, though.
Wanted us to get a place, right?
That's sad.
No, it is. I'm sure after it's all done, they'll move them somewhere better.
Sure.
Where y'all been at?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Avon's father was plain evil, and the son ain't no better. Neither is Stringer now that we making a list.
Oh, I'm going hard after Stringer.
Yeah.
No point in trying to talk you back down, I suppose.
You been in my bank for how long gonna ask me something like that?
How you gonna get at it?
Curious.
Yeah, I don't even know, Butch.
Ask me again in season 4.
Or 3, even.
Yeah.
I saw on the postings that Major Colvin needs a sergeant in the Western. Flex squad. And last time I checked, I had stripes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I get it.
Sure. For sure. I mean, it's interesting that he's also leaving the unit this season,
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? He betrayed the unit last time. Now he's just, I'm out.
We're looking for anything out of the ordinary, probably at night.
Oh, unusual. You should have said so. What you asked for before...
That's what we... Sir, absolutely right. Just see if there's anything like that.
If that's the same guy up front, Sergey flashed a badge at him like he was a cop. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Walt's off on Tuesdays. What do you want Walt for?
See if he can make any of these.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't do much good. Afraid Walt's not as up to speed as the rest of us.
Oh my God, that's funny. He's not as sharp as you.
Seeing as you come all this way, though, you might want to have a look-see at the videotapes.
Oh my God!
Videotapes the whole
Look
time.
at their face. I At least he mentioned it.
Thank goodness.
$300 for a stroller?
I know. Costs more than your first car, right?
Babies are expensive. Yeah.
Schema. Blue's Clues juice box holder.
Nice.
I mean, it may not be real for you yet. But God damn it, it's real for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Kima looks terrified though. Doesn't
She does.
I think she's more terrified of this than actually going undercover. You know what I mean?
Right. She's been shot almost to death, and she seems more scared right now.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, Nikki?
You guys are gonna move to Utah and get a house and a job.
Yep.
You lost some good people. There'll be some new faces.
Oh, maybe these guys will be back.
The police might be sitting on it. You ain't sure? There's more where that came from.
It's okay, so we may not be done with them.
And if the rest of them hold the same pattern, well, maybe 200 kilos of raw left on the pier.
Greeks are definitely in the wind.
Yep.
They don't get on to us when they did. This might have been a hell of a case.
Yeah.
Yep. He said that thing between us is, how he put it, absolved.
Absolve. How you gonna ask a soldier like Mazan a question like that? Either he gonna say or he gonna go and work it out. Either way, you ain't got to be asking him shit.
Yeah. It's true. And he is gonna go work it out.
For sure.
It ain't that part of it. It's that other thing. The street is the street.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go to Prop Joe. I ain't gonna argue with you.
He already did it, yeah.
Us, man.
Oh. There was some serious
There was a
hesitation
pause.
there.
Yeah, look. He caught it too.
I think we're gonna get a real rift between these two once Avon's out of jail.
It's coming. It's been building.
Yeah.
Tell me we got cameras inside.
Oh.
They're gonna get Sergey. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Oh,
Yo.
bang.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of the Departed scene.
It
Tell me
is.
there's a camera out back.
Yeah, right.
I go with Avon today.
It's all good.
So camera. Okay, yeah. I think we are setting up season 3 here.
It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Take the opportunity to elect new officers, or the U.S. Attorney will padlock the door, and you'll be outside, looking in.
Okay.
So it's union busting is what their big thing really was the whole time. So they're daring them.
Did they have a face?
Oh,
yes?
yeah.
Then it wasn't that.
I forgot about that.
You don't think that had anything to do?
This poor guy ain't got a face.
Yep.
Wow.
Did I mention the DNA matches?
This has nothing to do with me.
He has to know about the video. Yeah. They've got him.
These guys are great.
Yeah.
They're like a real comedy duo.
They are.
Walt Stokes, good man. Keeps meticulous records.
No, he doesn't.
They tell me you can enhance each frame to get a clear look.
Oh my God.
That comes back to a BWI rental. I wonder who rented it.
This is aggravated murder and kidnapping. In this state, it's a death penalty case.
He's got him.
He used them to make money. One of the women, she fought. She was killed. And this idiot
Yeah.
kills the rest to make no witnesses. He had to die.
I mean, yeah. But
They're going to be able to close the murders now.
You want a coffee?
Yeah.
Soda?
Yeah.
Vodka.
No booze for you.
Nope. And Rawls is gonna be so
I-
happy.
yeah, they actually get to close the 14 murders.
It's the first time we've seen that, I think.
Yeah. Happy ending for Rawls anyway.
Yeah.
You, want to tell Rawls?
Let him stew a while longer.
I love that.
At the harbor.
This one?
Another.
Wow.
They might catch him.
I would love that.
I would love that too.
Sometimes it's okay to have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that'd be amazing.
This could be a really solid ending. They might already be gone.
Yeah.
Shh.
Clear.
Just missed them.
What I'm curious about is they're going to realize that they're not actually green.
I say you dust the. I mean, you have to dust the room for prints and then send those everywhere.
Yeah.
Business. Always business.
They might just be gone.
I think they're just gone. I don't think you know that they're going to the airport. What was it?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool they got that, though.
Yeah.
See if they want to follow through on their end.
I don't know. I wouldn't be so quick to throw Joe back into the pond.
So Prop Joe's going to be season 3.
Aw.
Jimmy's going to be Jimmy.
Yeah. She was interested.
Yeah.
The leak wasn't your people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing Bundopoulos, the Greek, was an asset to them. Hooked up like that over who knows what.
Oh. So it was legit.
Where are you going?
Work.
Bro, you're in witness protection, man.
What does this say? Oh, this thing.
It's in New Zealand now?
That's hilarious. I'm still getting postcards.
Frank, you cocksucker.
I think he does feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I can take it from here. You sure? No one fucks with us on our turf.
Plus
I mean, he is clear. Everyone's gone. He's not a target anymore, but
We're probably
they
done
would
with-
they wouldn't have closed the 14 and 15 murders if it wasn't for him.
That's true. And we're probably not going to see Ziggy again either.
I think
That's
Ziggy's
not
just
done.
life in prison.
Haunting ending for him too. Him
Yeah.
walking into that pit of
Oh,
guys.
that was
Ugh.
so dark.
Yeah. The implication of that is just,
Right.
ugh.
Ziggy's not going to do well in prison was the implication of that.
It'd be funny if we come back around him like in season 4. He's got like neck tats. He's all like
right,
hard,
yeah, he's
you
all
know?
jacked.
Yeah.
Arcadie's off to prison forever.
Yep. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Is Horace going away too?
Yeah. Just without Nikki's help.
All right.
I figured Daniels ought to be in everyone. Oh, we are going to see him. Look how small he is compared to everybody else.
Yeah. That's really good visual storytelling.
Yeah. And everything's coming down for the condos. Clay
Clay.
Davis with a smile.
I really hope we get more of him
Me
as
too.
the show goes on. Look at that S-eating grin he's got. You know, oh my god. Yep. It is a lot like the French Connection.
It is. Like, we did some good work, but we didn't get all the way there.
Yeah.
And the whole game still goes on.
Yeah.
Just like first season.
And that kid, okay, yeah.
Yep. Kind of surprised they didn't grab him.
I know.
Prop Joe's back in business.
Yep. Yes, they got the new guys then.
Yep. Ah, that's dark.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is one doc.
Yeah. Got the whole East Coast.
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, I love that.
What a great series of shots. Nice. And all of the stuff Frank wanted to accomplish is all gone. It's all being turned into condos.
Yep.
That series of shots at the end to kind of see, like, this is what Baltimore is still going.
Perfect.
After the show, you know.
A perfect season of television.
It was great.
Like one of the best I've seen. Like truly. Like,
No, I agree. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was a Shakespearean tragedy from start to finish. You know, as with Frank as like the great man that gets taken down by his own hubris, really.
Yeah.
In the most tragic way. You know, he was his
Oliver Window.
his faults and his flaws. Well, yeah, Oliver the Window, but his faults and his flaws, just trying to help his union, to save a way of life, and it's just as dark as it can be for him.
Yeah, and his sacrifice though is kind of what saved.
Andy saved Nikki.
He saved
completely.
Nikki, and then Nikki was able to deliver those bodies. You know what I mean? Like it's how everything played into the next thing.
Yeah.
Was just captivating. You know, from start to finish, this whole season has just been. I want to see what happens next. I've been glued to it. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I've. Like I said several times, I think Mad Men is my favorite show. That is the show that
of the shows that we've watched for sure. Maybe my favorite show ever is Mad Men.
Yeah, me too.
But this might be the most bingeable show that we've ever watched.
So I think I'm watching Game of Thrones obviously, and I think I said season 2 of that show was like one of the best seasons of television. If
It
not
is.
the best.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
know,
Yeah, it's really good.
This might take the crown.
I love this a lot.
And as we go on, it's like we just keep getting exposed to new and new shows, and I'm blown away by this season, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited for season 3. I get why people didn't like this season, because it really was, now that we're done, a major departure from what season 1 was.
Yes.
Right? It wasn't really a drug dealer show anymore as the show's been set up. It was really kind of a different thing. It was a different side of the drug war, and this side on the supply side, right? We're not dealing with the dealers anymore. We're dealing with how do the dealers get the drugs in the first place, and what's that mechanism? And really, the higher ups, like maybe Avon's in jail, maybe Stringer dies or goes to jail, maybe Avon dies or goes back to jail, whatever. But the guys at the top, the ones that are making the real money, are untouchable. You know?
And I love that. Like I said, I made the French Connection comparison.
Mm-hmm.
What I do like, though, is what you were saying, how it's a different show. I think sometimes shows try to do that, right?
Yeah.
They try to go the other direction, and it doesn't work.
I agree.
The fact that they did this and they swung for the fences, they took a chance, and it worked, it paid off.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It
is.
is.
It is absolutely incredible. And there is a lineage. There's a lineage. So I think it starts with the French Connection, and then this show is kind of the continuation of that. And this whole time I was thinking to myself, what is the influence The Wire had on the film and TV?
Sure.
And I was like, I haven't really seen anything like it. Then it clicked to me last couple episodes. I think it's The Departed.
I think The Departed definitely feels a lot like this.
Everyone points to like Scorsese and like the Sopranos connection, but it's like, oh my god, like he is paying homage to The Wire with The Departed. That is a continuation of that
for sure.
And I'm gonna go back and watch The Departed again just because
I know you love that movie a lot.
I love it. I need to scratch that itch because like that is the only thing that I can compare this to.
Sure.
As far as like I've never seen a TV show like this. And as far as movies go, it is slim pickings.
You know, as far as cop shows too, like I know this didn't have a massive audience, but I think it does now. And I'm kind of like, why? And maybe there's stuff on streaming services stuff I'm missing. So don't take any offense at this. But why hasn't there been another effort to make this kind of broad scope show about not just cops, not just criminals, but the crap that is crime versus the legal justice system in the United States in general. Like here is a broad stroke look at everything going wrong with crime and how we choose to address it. You know, that's what this show ultimately is. Using Baltimore as the setting.
Yeah. I think it's just tricky, man.
It's hard to pull off.
It's a tight rope you have to walk there, man. I mean, you have to it can't. You want somebody experienced, right? Obviously, David Simon does his research.
Knows what he's doing 100%. Yeah.
What's the show he did before this?
Oh God, that tells me to watch. Generation Kill came after this, right?
I believe so.
Oh my God, sorry guys, let us know. I'm totally blanking out.
NYPD Blue.
No, it's a different cop show.
But we know what it is.
We know.
Homicide.
Something like that.
Something Homicide. We're getting close.
Right.
Anyways, but yes, like the fact that he had that you can tell this is a real passion project for him, right?
Sure.
Real labor of love. The fact that he's able to pull all these facts together and to make something this great.
Yeah.
It's outstanding.
And, you know, we've set up a completely different direction for the show for season 3 seamlessly in this season.
That's the other change, too. Season 1 is tight, contained.
Right.
It could be its own thing. They actually set up
they did.
Forward.
Yeah, I remember people saying every season they didn't know if they could get another one, and I buy that.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like, well, everything's going to have a bow at the end.
Yeah.
This didn't. This actually did set up future seasons,
like
100%.
If this would have gotten canceled after this, I'd been really bummed out. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's kind of like that. The message at the end would just be like, you know, you it's like fighting crime is like whack-a-mole. You beat down, you knock it down over here, it's just going to pop up over here. It doesn't end. It keeps going. We saw that on The Wire. Remember, like Josh talking to Leo about going off and working for
the West Wing,
or the West Wing. I'm sorry, not The Wire, the West Wing. And he says, you know, I can't leave now. I've got all this stuff, you know, that I've got to finish. And Leo's like, it never finishes. You just have to go do it. It's never done. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of what this is. You know, you arrest all these drug dealers. You arrest in this case, you arrest other kinds of criminals. And at the end, there's. Just like at the end of season 1, they're still standing there. There's still the dealing going on. There's still people getting hurt, and it's just it doesn't end.
It doesn't end, but I appreciate the fact that the show can still wrap up certain
storylines. It does for sure,
while keeping this overarching story they're still doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I love that.
I feel like at the end of season 5, you know, when the show's done, it's going to be like, by the way, it's not as if there are no more drugs in the world after this. You know, it just keeps going.
And going forward, I'm very curious to see what 3, 4, and 5 are going to look like. How are they distinct from the rest of the show?
Sure.
Because 1 and 2 vastly different.
Completely different shows. I mean, we don't know, but I'm assuming that 3, 4, and 5 kind of do the same in like different avenues, right? We kind of branch away.
A different aspect of Baltimore, a different aspect of this whole system and this underworld.
And I think at some point, or at least I hope that I'm with you. I hope Clay Davis is a bigger part. I hope we follow the politics more closely at some point of him. Like I want maybe not to, you know, I doubt Clay Davis is one of those guys who ever has consequences. But I do want to follow him more closely and see how that mechanism of it works. You know what I mean? Because we've hinted at it in 2 seasons.
It kind of seems like that's next. I would feel
it might be
because like, you know, like we got close, like you said,
him with the groundbreaking at the condos and stuff at the end there.
But even the metaphor of like the suppliers being up here,
right?
They're untouchable.
And I think he's in that group, you know, different. Yeah. He's not a supplier. He's a different aspect. He's a different problem, but he's still a problem, and he's an untouchable problem. Yeah. Just like Burrell and Rawls are untouchable problems. Mm-hmm. Probably the mayor of Baltimore, and who knows who else is involved. You know, you look at
whenever they address that, and I'm certain they will.
Right.
I'll be here with a smile on my face, waiting to watch it.
Me too. All right, appreciate you guys so much. We will catch you next week for next season.
We'll see ya.